Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Campaigning for assembly elections in Karnataka ends. 2,613 candidates in the fray, voting to take place on Wednesday. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says regulators must take appropriate and timely action to mitigate vulnerability and strengthen financial stability, chairs 27th meeting of Financial Stability and Development Council. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurates Indian Air Force Heritage Centre in Chandigarh, says centre to motivate youth to imbibe values of armed forces. Low pressure area formed over Southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining South Andaman Sea likely to intensify into a cyclone by Wednesday. In IPL cricket match underway between Kolkata Knight Riders and Punjab Kings in Kolkata. Campaigning for the assembly elections in Karnataka ended today. The silent period began at 6 p.m. and will continue till the end of the polls on the 10th of May. Most of the leaders campaigned in their constituencies to consolidate their vote bank. A number of road shows were held across the state by leaders of various political parties on the last day of the campaigning. There are 2,613 candidates in the fray for the 10th of May assembly elections in Karnataka. While BJP has fielded 224 candidates, the Congress 223 and Janata Dal Secular 207 candidates. 209 candidates from the Aam Aadmi Party and 133 BSP candidates are also in the fray. A total of 918 candidates are independents, while 685 are from registered unrecognized political parties. We have a report on a few key candidates who have remained unbeaten and are seeking re-election this time too. More from our correspondent.
There are several key candidates in fray who have remained unbeaten and are seeking re-election again from their constituencies. Among those is Congress candidate R.V. Deshpande, who is fighting for the 9th time from Haliyal in Uttara Kannada district. If he wins this time, he will break the record held by Congress National President Mallikarjun Kharge, who had won 8 times without a defeat. BJP senior leader B.S. Yediyurappa, who held his seat for 8 terms from Shikaripur, has given his seat to his son B.Y. Vijendra this time. Congress State President D.K. Shivkumar is a 7-time MLA, 2-time Chief Minister H.D. Kumaraswamy of JDS is 4-time MLA and 2-time MP. With Aditya Shukla, this is Sudhindra, Akashvani News, Bengaluru.
The Election Commission has issued a letter to Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge to provide clarification and take rectification measures in respect of a tweet by Congress Party's official handle attributed to Congress Parliamentary Party Chairperson Sonia Gandhi. Congress had tweeted that Sonia Gandhi has sent a strong message that the Congress will not allow anyone to pose a threat to Karnataka's reputation, sovereignty or integrity. The Commission received a complaint regarding this today, submitted by BJP leaders Bhupendra Yadav, Dr. Jitendra Singh, Tarun Chugh, Anil Baluni and Om Pathak. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that regulators must take appropriate and timely action to mitigate any vulnerability and strengthen financial stability. The Finance Minister said the regulators need to be proactive and ensure cyber security preparedness of the information technology systems to reduce the risk of cyber attacks, protect sensitive financial data and maintain overall system integrity. She said regulators should adopt a focused approach to reduce the compliance burden further and ensure a streamlined and efficient regulatory environment. The Finance Minister was chairing the 27th Financial Stability and Development Council FSDC meeting in New Delhi today. The meeting was held in the presence of Ministers of State for Finance Pankaj Chaudhary and Dr. Bhagwat Karad, RBI Governor Finance Secretary, Chief Economic Advisor and other senior officials were also present at the meeting. During the meeting, it was discussed that the policy and legislative reform measures required to further develop the financial sector may be formulated and implemented expeditiously. In Punjab, the Jalandhar Lok Sabha by-poll is around the corner and Punjab police have beefed up the security across the state to ensure a free, fair and peaceful poll, said Special Director General of Police, Special DGP, Law and Order, Arpit Shukla today. The Jalandhar Lok Sabha by-poll is scheduled to be held on the 10th of May 2023. Police have to put special nakas and patrolling parties are to keep vigil over antisocial elements in their respective jurisdictions. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated the Indian Air Force IAF Heritage Centre in Chandigarh today. The centre, an embodiment of IAF's rich history and legacy, houses a collection of artefacts, murals and 3D dioramas showcasing the evolution of the force since its inception. It displays the heroic deeds of the IAF and the country's technological progress in aircraft and equipment. Speaking on the occasion, the Defence Minister termed the Heritage Centre as a testament to the courage and dedication of all those who have served in the IAF and a tribute to their sacrifice and a reminder of their invaluable contribution in protecting the nation.
1971 के संग्राम का भी यही आधार रहा था। इस युद्ध की अचीवमेंट्स और लर्निंग्स आगे के कॉन्फ्लिक्ट में भी हमारा मार्गदर्शन इसने किया है और हमने कारगिल के वार में अपनी जीत का परचम शानदार तरीके से हमने लहराया है, यह किसी से छिपा नहीं है। और आज इंडियन एयरफोर्स हेरिटेज सेंटर का उद्घाटन हुआ है। मानो हम अपने रेस्पॉन्स और रेडीनेस की उन्हीं प्रतिबद्धताओं को फिर से दोहरा रहे हों, ऐसा मुझे रक्षा मंत्री होने के नाते प्रतीत हो रहा था।
Mr. Rajnath Singh further asserted that the centre will serve as a source of inspiration for future generations. He said the centre will become an important means of preserving the history of the IAF and motivating the youth to imbibe the values of the armed forces. In Rajasthan, 3 women were killed and 3 others injured after an Air Force MiG-21 fighter aircraft crashed into their home in a village of Hanumangarh district. The aircraft had taken off from the Suratgarh Air Base for a routine exercise before it crashed due to some technical snag in Balol Nagar village near Pilibanga area. The pilot ejected safely from the aircraft and he is safe. The meeting of the Third Energy Transition Working Group of G20 will be held in Mumbai from the 15th to the 17th of May. State Chief Secretary Manoj Saunik reviewed the preparation for the upcoming event today. Addressing the review meeting, the Chief Secretary said that necessary service facilities should be made available to the delegates coming for the G20 meetings. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Union Minister for Information and Broadcasting Anurag Singh Thakur has criticized those opposing the film Kerala Story. Talking to reporters in New Delhi after watching the film, the Union Minister said the movie Kerala Story exposes the sinister nexus of religious conversions and is an attempt to present the truth. He said the film will create positive ripples in India in the fight against terrorism. He said the West Bengal government has done injustice to the sisters and daughters by banning the film in the state.
मैं ही कहूंगा कि तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति का ये खेल, वोट बैंक की राजनीति का खेल भारत की कई बेटियों की जिंदगी बर्बाद कर रहा है। आपको अपनी वोट बैंक की राजनीति से बाहर आना चाहिए। मैं अपने कांग्रेस और कम्युनिस्ट मित्रों से कहना चाहता हूं, सच्चाई को ना आप कोर्ट जाकर रोक पाएंगे, ना आप इस फिल्म को झूठ बताकर रोक पाएंगे। हम सबका प्रयास ये होना चाहिए कि जिन बेटियों के साथ आज तक ही हुआ है, उनमें से कुछ ने हिम्मत करके आगे आकर अपनी स्टोरी को बताया, जिसको फिल्म के माध्यम से दिखाया गया।
In Chhattisgarh, 2 Maoists were killed in a gun battle with security forces in the tribal Bastar division today. Our correspondent reports that the joint team of District Reserve Guard and CRPF was on a search operation in the jungles of Danteshpuram of Sukma district on the basis of an intelligence input. Maoists ambushed security personnel in Bheji area when they were returning after the search operation. Security forces retaliated. The firing continued for about an hour. After the incident, bodies of 2 Maoists and some arms were recovered from the spot. One of the killed Maoists was carrying a reward of 8 lakh rupees on his head. A second minor blast within 30 hours was reported on a heritage street near Golden Temple in Amritsar around 6 a.m. today. No casualties were reported, but a person was injured and a car windshield was broken, the police said. The first blast took place near the Bansal sweet shop. The second blast occurred near the same spot but on the opposite side. The police have cordoned off the area to investigate the incident. They started scanning the area for any hidden explosives. Punjab Director General of Police Gaurav Yadav reached the blast spot and said as per the preliminary investigation, they were low-intensity blasts. He stressed that they will investigate all angles, including the significance of the timing of the blast. The DGP appealed to the public not to get swayed by rumours. The cyclonic circulation which developed 2 days ago over the Southeast Bay of Bengal will continue to move and intensify gradually into a cyclonic storm by Wednesday. A low-pressure area has formed over the Southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining South Andaman Sea today, and it is likely to intensify into a depression tomorrow over the same region. Director General of India Meteorological Department, Dr. Mrityunjay Mohapatra, told the media in New Delhi that a cyclonic storm will move towards the central part of the Bay of Bengal, and by the 12th of May morning, it will be over the central part of East Central Bay of Bengal. He said it is expected that it will become a very severe cyclonic storm over the central Bay of Bengal and it will change its path from the 12th of May onwards.
Southeast Bengal, Andaman area में दरअसल ये कंडीशन रफ है, wind speed 250 km/h चल रहा है, इसलिए हम ये वार्निंग दिए हैं कि कोई फिशरमैन साउथ ईस्ट बे ऑफ बंगाल और साउथ अंडमान सी को नहीं जाना चाहिए। इसके साथ साथ 9 तारीख से जो सेंट्रल बे ऑफ बंगाल में एडजॉइनिंग एरियाज वहाँ भी धीरे धीरे डिस्टर्ब होगा। जो अंडमान निकोबार आइलैंड है वहाँ भी हेवी रेनफॉल हो सकता है।
The key domestic indices today logged gains of more than 1%. The index of the top 30 companies on the Bombay Stock Exchange, Sensex, closed above the 61,700 mark, while the Nifty, the index of the top 50 companies at the National Stock Exchange, settled over the 18,200 level. Both benchmark indices rose amid mixed global cues. A report from our business desk.
The Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange surged 710 points to end at 61,764. Nifty at the National Stock climbed 195 points to settle at 18,264. At the Forex market, rupee closed at 81 rupees and 80 paise against the US dollar. And in intraday trade, Brent crude was trading at $77.15 per barrel. This is Lalima Aneja Dang for Akashvani.
The UAE Ministry of Economy has organized a special event called CEPA Beyond Trade to celebrate the first anniversary of the UAE-India Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement CEPA. The event took place on the sidelines of the annual investment meeting AIM at the Abu Dhabi National Exhibition Centre today. It highlighted the positive impact of the agreement on commercial and cultural exchange between the two nations over the past 12 months. CEPA Beyond Trade featured panel discussions with industry leaders from both the UAE and India. They discussed the success of the partnership and collaborations in various areas such as food, fashion and the arts. The event also included a street food festival, a fashion display and live entertainment. Syria is back in the Arab League more than a decade after being thrown out for its repression of pro-democracy protests which led to the ongoing civil war. In a statement, Syria's foreign ministry said it had received the League's decision with great attention and called for greater Arab cooperation and partnership. The move is further evidence of a thaw in relations between Damascus and other Arab governments. Foreign ministers from 13 of the 22 nation group's members were present at the meeting in Cairo yesterday, where the decision to readmit Syria was taken. In IPL cricket, Punjab Kings were 148 for 7 in 18.2 overs against Kolkata Knight Riders at Eden Gardens in Kolkata when reports last came in. Punjab Kings won the toss and elected to bat first. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has said that 5 more cheetahs, including 3 females and 2 males, will be released from the acclimatization camps into free roaming conditions in Kuno National Park, KNP, in Madhya Pradesh before the onset of the monsoon rains in June this year. The ministry said the decision was taken after a team of experts reviewed the current status of Project Cheetah on the directions of the National Tiger Conservation Authority. Cheetahs will be allowed to move out of KNP and will not necessarily be recaptured unless they venture into areas where they are in significant danger. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Campaigning for assembly elections in Karnataka ends. 2,613 candidates in the fray, voting to take place on Wednesday. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman says regulators must take appropriate and timely action to mitigate vulnerability and strengthen financial stability, chairs 27th meeting of Financial Stability and Development Council. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurates Indian Air Force Heritage Centre in Chandigarh, says centre to motivate youth to imbibe values of armed forces. Low pressure area formed over Southeast Bay of Bengal and adjoining South Andaman Sea likely to intensify into a cyclone by Wednesday. And in IPL cricket, match underway between Kolkata Knight Riders and Punjab Kings in Kolkata. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.